reopening of the request to strike this juror for cause.
All right, the defendant's motion is denied. There's nothing new in this letter other than what was revealed in the jury selection process, and she says that as well in her letter, that we know. Well, we did know, and it was taken into account in the arguments before the court and the court's rulings. So I deny the defendant's request, and that is regarding juror I know, just a minute. Juror 50 on the qualified juror panel list, and she is the 12th juror down in the pool of 45. I'm sorry, Mr. Kilgore. Now, what did you want to say next, sir?
Also received a operative health care. Report is received on this juror.
Does the state?
The state doesn't have any objection to bringing her back in to question her briefly.
I don't see any reason for that. This happened after we had the jury selection process. Nothing whatsoever to indicate that she was scheduled for this before. It appears to be elective. I disagree with you all. And this is not an adequate letter. It says this is surgery that was it appears to be elective surgery. There's nothing in here indicating an emergent situation that happened between jury selection process and now. We can bring her in here. I would say something that happens after the fact, something that does not appear to be emergent. Is very questionable for any action of the court other than y'all are aware of it and can take it into account in your jury selection process. However, since both of you said bring her in, we can do that. So this is going to be juror 29. I have it here. Okay. $27. Okay. All right. If someone can go get Mr. Juror 99. 27 on the new list. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
We have a note from you, and I think that the parties want to ask you some questions.
Good morning, ma'am. Just one quick question. Is this something that was, I guess, scheduled after the jury service stuff had come here?
It was scheduled after, but I was in the process of being worked up during that time, to the point that I didn't make an appointment with the surgeon until after the 2 weeks of questioning because I couldn't get in. So that was it.
Thank you.
The surgeon did not want to wait that long. That was her choice. I did let her know that I had the jury duty coming. However, because of compression, she did not want to the growth that it's growing. All I can do is tell you what she wanted me to have it done. I've been in the process of having this worked up before, and I didn't say anything because I didn't know which way it was going to go, because I told her I did have the jury. I don't know. I mean, it's compressing, and it does cause pressure. I mean, I'm not in pain or anything. But when I went to her, like I said, I could not schedule to see the surgeon until after the 2 weeks that we had of questioning, and the dates kept getting changed, you know. So that Tuesday, when our panel was finished, I went ahead and called, and she got me in on that Friday, and she felt like that it needed to be done before, 2 months down the road or 6 weeks down the road. Well, the other thing is this. I've got several nodules. There's so many they cannot be biopsied. So it will go to pathology after I have my surgery. At this point, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, she felt like it needed to be done. I know it's at the last minute. It's something that started prior to all of this, even prior to my jury summons. I know it's at the last minute. It's not something that was intentional. Think about jury duty versus a surgery, and I am a nurse, okay? Having your throat cut, I mean, 6 1 half does the other.
Y'all want to confer with each other about that juror? That's not a nice way of saying confer with one another about that juror.
Judge, we're
I'm going to leave her in the panel. I'll leave it up to the parties. Marty, what is the status of our person who's not gotten here yet?
All the jurors are here.
Good. We're ready for jury selection. Is there anything else for the state
No, Your Honor.
and for the defense?
Just in direct alternates. Without the stop, in other words, that we get.
Yep. 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 Yeah. Is that what you had planned? That's what's normally done.
Thanks, sir, Judge.
Any problem with that?
No, Judge. And if we go, let's say we both agree on the first one, I think we just start with the next one and go that way with strike, whoever's there.
And Brian's just going to come, and we're going to do it silent. And he'll go back and forth, shuttle diplomacy, if you will. And then I'll call you up to the bench to see if there are any bats and problems. If so, I'll excuse everyone and we'll have hearings. If not, they'll be seated, and I'll send them to their jury room. Does anyone foresee a problem with that?
No, Judge.
That's pretty typical. Okay. Let's bring them in. Gentlemen, y'all might come up here, ladies. Or I'll just take two of y'all. No offense, Mr. Evans. I made you hop up.
And take
Thank you, Deputy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen who've been called as prospective jurors. It's good to see all of you again. Thank you for that. I want to introduce myself again to you. I'm Mary Staley Clark. I'm a judge in the Superior Court of Cobb County, and you all have been called as prospective jurors in the case of the State of Georgia versus Justin Ross Harris, General Bill of Indictment 143124. We've all gotten to know one another over the past week ago, over 2 weeks. But just to refresh everyone's memory, I'd like to ask the parties to introduce themselves again. Mr. Boring for the state.
Thank you. Chuck Boring with the Cobb County District Attorney's Office. Jesse Evans, also with the Cobb County District Attorney's Office.
Good morning, Susan Treadway with the Cobb County District Attorney.
Mr. Kilgore.
Good morning, I'm Maddox Gilmore, and
Morning, Carlos Rodriguez for Mr. Harris.
And I believe the district attorney from Cobb County is here. Is that true?
That's correct, Judge.
Mr. Reynolds, it's good to see you. And we're ready for jury selection. And let me explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, the process that we will use. The process we use is referred to as a silent selection process. And what's going to happen is Mr. Phillips of our clerk's office is going to come forward, and he will go from table to table as the lawyers make the selection of the jury. They'll be thinking and analyzing and making decisions, but we will do this in a silent manner. Just so they can concentrate fully on what they're doing as they make the jury selection process. So I would ask you to be quiet and not speak to one another. I would ask you to be as relaxed as you can. Yeah, I've said that to y'all before, and I got the looks. I know how y'all feel about that. But seriously, be as relaxed as you can and let them go through the process of the jury selection without you all chatting with one another or visiting with one another, because it is work on their part that needs study and thought and concentration, and we don't want to break that study or thought or concentration. Mr. Phillips, if you'll go forward, please. approach with your notes, please. I dropped it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a jury tonight. There are too many machines up here. Who knows what the future will have? We'll each have a drone. I'll have a little drone by my head, and it'll talk for me. And if I have to wait in line, it'll wait in line for me. And they'll start colliding. Our drones will have fights. Who knows what the future holds? I hope that's not true. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a jury selected from your number. I want to thank you all for your patience while we made the jury selection process. As I call your names, I'd like you to hold your hand up. And we're going to have to do by initials, and number, and the numbers are all different. So keep in mind where you're seated, because that's how we're going to go. As a member of the jury, juror number 1, J.G., has held her hand up. Thank you so much. Juror number 2, C.P., you're in the jury. Thank you, sir. Juror number 4, C.P., you're in the jury. Juror number 5, S.M., you're in the jury. You can put your hands down as we go. Thank you all. Now, I'm not going to make you do that for forever. Okay. Juror number 7, M.H., you're in the jury. Juror number 16, and that's going to be P.E., you're in the jury. Thank you, ma'am. Juror number 17, P.O., you're in the jury. Juror number 19, J.J., you're in the jury. Juror 24, J.R., yes, sir. Juror 25, G.G., hold your hand up. Juror 27, J.J., hold your hand up. Juror 28, K.M., hold your hand up, thank you. Juror 30, K.S., hold your hand up, thank you. Juror 33, James, J.G., hold your hand up, yes, sir. Juror 36, L.G., hold your hand up. And Juror 39, B.B., hold your hand up. Okay. All of you whose names were called, I'd like you to stand and go with the bailiffs and Mr. Perdue into the jury room. And before anybody leaves, let's get a head count, make sure I've got everybody accounted for. What is it? If I called your name, you held your hand up, go with the bailiffs to the jury room. We want them in the jury room. I'm so sorry. So, if I called your name and your hand was held up, you'll come this way. As they say in the South, we're in the South, go that way. You don't have to go in the jury box. No, they don't need to go through there. Y'all come around there. Yeah. Go through that door.
That's the fastest way.
Oh, it is fast way? Okay, go.
That's the fastest way.
I stand corrected. It won't be the first time. Is it really?
Yep. Just do a roll call, buddy, right there. Just
Oh,
do a
it
roll
sure
call.
is.
Check off. You need a pen?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know that was there.
Roll call.
You get a roll call. Bill, can you come up here? Do they have checks for them? Go till I'm sure everybody is in the right place. Understand that you've received your compensation for the day, and so as soon as I'm sure that the people that belong back there are there, I'm going to be excusing you. Let me say to you that I very much appreciate having worked with you over the past 2 weeks and today. You showed up on time. You were courteous and pleasant to us under circumstances that might cause some not to be that way. You took the time out from the other things that you needed to do, had to do, and wanted to do to come to this courtroom and deal honestly and truthfully with circumstances that called you to have to go and talk about things that you might have considered to be private, or topics that you did not want to. And it's part of our civic duty. We have a responsibility in an orderly society to do these things. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have its personal component or its difficulty. It would be wrong for me not to express to you that we recognize that. Everyone in this courtroom recognized as we were asking questions and going into topics, that as human beings, that there would be and could be and was an emotional component. I think the lawyers did a very good job of they're very professional, but also courteous and respectful to you. You all gave that back to us, courtesy and respect. Okay, that's our Wizard of Oz moment. I don't know what to say. Okay. Well, I'm not going to shorten what I've got to say. What I've got to say comes from my brain and from my heart. Thank you. Thank you very much for making a long and drawn-out process from the part that you gave us as pleasant and professional and cordial as possible. We've been welcomed into your community, and you're part of this community as citizens. We appreciate that very, very much. With that, you're at liberty to leave the courthouse. Yes, sir?
Can we read the newspaper now?
Yes. You are as free as a bird, as they say. Thank you all so much. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. All right, let's build our record. Were the jurors called consistent with the notes of the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were the jurors called consistent with the notes of the defense?
Yes.
Are there any motions regarding the seating of this jury? And with the defense as well? And seated, and they are back in their jury room? I don't think there's anything to do with them right now. I'd like to address our attention to motion 28 that was reserved the last time we...
Yes, Judge. We have a 5-minute break for witnesses upstairs.
Let's say quarter till, we'll get back.
Thank you.
That's not 5 minutes.
It's 10.
It's 9.
It's whatever you say, Your Honor.
That's a true answer, but it's not a good one. All right, we're in recess. I can't get my computer to work. It was working?
Let me see if I can get Daisy.